I'm not really sure if I know what accessible means. It's nice to listen to. It's easy on the ears, a lot easier than a lot of my other recent projects. So, you know, to me, they're like pop songs. They're pretty dense and they're a little bit strange, but that's just the way I do it. You know, the older you get, you know, the more convinced you become of what you're doing, and the less you care about what people think. Perciò sono un vecchio, un vecchiaccio. It's nice. It was a learning process because everything takes a little bit longer. I'm used to having a bunch of people in a room and going 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. This way is kind of more the same difference between a telephone call and an email. The same thing with music. Everything's there's a little more distance and a little bit more impersonal, but that just means you need to work with people you trust. And you know, most of the people on this record, even the ones I didn't know that were complete strangers, I trusted their musical instincts. So I knew I would get the right thing back, you know. Late night TV is a little bit different here in Italia. It's actually more interesting. No, not for me it is, because it's different. Well, the late night, see, what that is like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And when you can't really go to sleep, maybe you've either eaten too much or drank too much, and you just click, 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 click. And before you know it, 3 hours go by. Here, you might actually stop on a couple things. You might see Blob, which is amazing. I mean, there's some good things you can actually see, you know, or really amazing movies late at night. In America, they're just trying to sell you stuff because they know you're drunk and they know that you'll buy shit. Americans we're the best, you know, some of the best consumers in the world. So all you see are things for sale. Just try and make the music that I hear in my head as best I can, you know, and it's really as simple, I guess, as just being yourself. This feels natural to me. I'm not trying to mess with people's heads. I'm not trying to sound and constantly look or act different. To me, it's about music, and you know, when I hear a certain sound, it means I'm going to automatically work a certain way and with certain people. You know, I admire people that can play in one band and do it for 20 years. I think it's amazing. I can't do it. The way that music makes the way that I can make my music good to my ears is to have several different bands that all do different things, as opposed to one band that does all of them. To me, it's more interesting to be in 5 different places at once. I feel it keeps me moving. I made a voice-only record in '93 or '94 or something. Just me. It's an exercise. It's a way of getting to know your own instrument, in a way. And I was inspired by Stratos, Demetrio Stratos. A big fan. And you know, I got his music and I studied it, and I realized that I'd better get to know my voice a little better because that guy's incredible. And you know, so I made a record like that too. And really, I guess what it comes down to is when I make records, I'm trying to learn something, and I'm doing it on the job. So he's a real singer, a studied, serious, classical singer, musician, and someone who, you know, really knew what he was doing. I don't. I just do it. I feel it, but I don't really know, you know, some of the intricacies and of what I'm doing. And I'm kind of, the longer I've done it, I'm superstitious about it. I feel like, you know, if I worry about it too much, or, you know, I never warm up or do exercises, I feel like if I do, it may screw me up in some way. It's worked so far. I'm not gonna, in English we say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have no saying of my status in society. I just make music. and some things people like, some things they don't. And in terms of how I'm viewed, by the public, don't know. Don't want to know. It doesn't bother me really one way or the other if things like fame or attention. It's great that people even, that I'm here and I can play my music, which is sometimes, pretty crazy, in some great countries all over the world. And people actually come and listen. And, I feel really lucky, for that. I would be making, whether a lot of people like this music or whether they didn't, it would sound the same. So I choose to kind of not worry, too much. Not get too high, not get too excited, and not get too depressed. You got to stay even. And you got to believe in what you do and hope people, I want as many people to like this stuff and hear it as possible, But I'm realistic, and I know that it's not for everybody. No matter what I do, no matter how accessible or whatever, it's never gonna be Kylie Minogue. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'd fuck it up. I'd ruin it. Even if I tried, I just don't think I exist to those people. But that's fine, I wouldn't say no to Beyonce, I'd love to sing with her. It probably would be her singing and me going down on her. See if she can hold a tune. I don't know about none of this revival stuff. And for me, no way. The band, if they want to, can do it. It's great. I wish them all the luck in the world, but I have no interest. I have way too many things that I'm really excited about now and in the future that I need to do. And, there's no musical reason I can see to I really like those years and am proud of the records and music we made, excuse me. But I have no real desire to relive them, for the good old days, nah, no. What's behind is behind, and it's good because it's behind. You're just proud of it, and you want to keep a good memory and not spoil it.